Welcome to Absolutely Abundant, a podcast for soul-aligned creatives. This is your host, Julie Goetzinger, and this is episode 27. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. Today we're going to be talking about how you know if something is for you or not. And this can apply to lots of areas of your life. This can apply to love and dating and business and family. Really across the board, the conversation is about clarity on what is a match for you and what is not. And the more you do your inner work, the more you let go of things that are no longer in alignment for you. And what that means, it just doesn't feel right anymore. Maybe it's a connection that you just don't really vibe with the person. You don't really, the conversation's not flowing. You don't really know what to do or where to go with them because you just don't really feel that connection anymore. Or if it's in business, it's something that used to yield really great results. Like, Facebook Lives used to get lots of people signing up for calls with you right away. And it was fun and exciting. And now it just kind of feels like, I don't feel like doing this tonight. I'm tired. It's no longer a match to you, and that's okay. And the more you tune in and really ask yourself, is this a hell yes? And if it's not, it's a no. I am currently in training to be a professional speaker, and I am in something called Speakers Academy, which is founded by the National Speakers Association, NSA. And Patricia Fripp is a well-known speaker, and she came to speak to our academy. And I just loved everything that she had to say. She's a badass woman. Oh, she's powerful, filled with amazing tips for speaking. And something that I love that she said was, when someone approaches her, with an opportunity for business, for her it's speaking or maybe it's teaching or training, she has 3 questions that she asks herself. Number 1, is it going to be fun? Number 2, will this make me money? And number 3, will it serve a higher purpose? And she jokingly said to us, if I get at least 2 out of 3, I'm happy. And it's probably going to be a yes. But if it's not, it's saying no, and we're prone to saying yes quickly if we're uncomfortable, or maybe it's someone in the past that you've always said yes to. So you feel like it's kind of out of habit that you would just say yes to them because you always did in the past. You always picked their kids up from school, or you always whatever with this person. So you feel uncomfortable in something is shifting and changing with me in that this no longer feels right to me, but I'm afraid to say no because they're so used to me saying yes. How will they respond to this? And that's part of the people pleaser subpersonality that comes in. I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to disappoint them. Maybe they'll think I think I'm too good for them now. So we resist using that no for those reasons. But what happens is we end up getting ourselves into situations where we feel like, I really don't want to do this. And this just happened to me recently. And I said yes to something because it was an impulsive yes. I will say it was impulsive, and it was around my book. And my book is so exciting and fun to me, and just is. This morning I told my personal trainer, my book is maybe one of the best things I've ever done in my life. And I put it right up there with my children. Like, it's one of those creations that I am so freaking proud of. I'm so excited about. I just feel magic from. I feel so much yes around this book, that someone approached me and asked me to do an interview with her about my book. So I said yes right away. It was just like, yes, I'd love to talk about it. And then I realized, as the interview was approaching, that I hadn't even asked, what are we going to be talking about on this interview? What's the topic? What's the audience? Where are we going here? And the response I got, it was ooh, this is not in alignment. This is not what I want to talk about. This just doesn't resonate with me. Ooh, what do I do now? I've already said yes. I've already committed. Is it okay to go back on my word? Will I let this person down? Will this person no longer want to work with me? All of those fears came up. And when I noticed my energy shift is when I knew it was a no. But now, will I have the courage to use that no? What will this mean? And I've realized that it's no longer, never was, my responsibility to manage another's response to me and my choices. And that when we make those excuses and we abandon ourselves and what feels right to us, it is a big deal. You know, and we start negotiating with ourselves and we're saying, oh, it's just 20 minutes, or it's just this, or maybe if I just call them back this one time. What happens is we start to feel worse because we've abandoned ourselves, and our intuition is saying, not a match, not a match. You don't have to call them back. You don't have to engage with them further. You don't have to do this, even though you said yes at the time. You were not using all of your senses. You were not using your deep intuition. And as time goes on and we shift, our desires shift and change. What once was okay is no longer okay and is no longer a match. So do we give ourselves that permission to now say no? And what I decided was that my time, energy, and presence is so deeply valuable that yes, I will use my no, and I will release my attachment to how this person will respond to that. And to know that this is even more of that growth and that expansion that I've been wanting as a soul. And to clear the space for what is a yes, for the partners that are a yes, for the interviews that are a yes, for the next books that are a yes, for the next clients that are a yes, to welcome in those yeses, we need to use those no's. And the more committed we stay to ourselves and what is a yes to us, the better we feel, and the more we will call in that which we are wanting. This voice, this inner voice, gets louder the more you do the work to clear away what no longer is a match. Whether that is connections, friends, old clients, things that once were matched that no longer are. And I just did an act this morning. I took action on this, and I went to my cell phone and deleted every contact. Number one, that I had no idea who the people were. Some of them were from my photography days when I was a professional photographer, you know, people who called inquiring about photo shoots, never booked, or people who did, and I had amazing experiences with. I'm not a professional photographer anymore, so why are they in my phone? So that was an easy one. So I went ahead and deleted all of them. And then I went back and I looked at the people that I've dated in the past. Some of them, you know, there was nostalgia with them, like, oh, we had a good time, or, oh, I wonder what they're up to. But do I want to reach out to them? No. So they can go. So I deleted them and I said goodbye to each of them, thanked each of them for what they contributed to my life. And then I went to friends. Are these friends that I would reach out to? Am I in their life still, or do I want to be in their life again? If it's a no, it's a no. Some of them I was a little hesitant to, childhood friends that I'm curious about, but right now we're not in the same trajectory. So I did not delete them because maybe our paths will converge again. So I left them in my phone. And then I looked back down the list and I said, I feel good about this list. I feel good about having the energy of these people around me. And what I was thinking was, I sleep with my phone next to my bed. The energy of these people was in my phone. No longer wonder I couldn't sleep well. And I was like, I need to find another solution to this because I listen to meditation at night on my phone. Could I do that on a different device? Yes. Can I get my phone out of my bedroom? Yes. And I was guided to do this because this is part of my manifestation challenge that I teach in my Abundance Academy program. And since I'm about to teach this to a whole new class, I decided to do it for myself first because I need to know the kinds of things that come up, because as teacher, as leader, I go first. So that is why I'm doing this now. and because I'm getting ready to launch my academy. And I want to be in the best possible energy. I want to be in the best possible place to receive the people who are ready for me now, who are ready for my teachings now, who want exactly what I have to offer. They feel the alignment with me. It's a hell yes. So for that, I am doing my own challenge for myself. This is also the same challenge that I include in my book, Free to Fly, Manifest the Life of Your Dreams. So you have the option to do it by yourself or with some friends if you pick up a copy of my book. But if you would like to do it with a supportive community around you and to have the support of a coach helping you through what comes up emotionally, energetically, spiritually, physically, that is what my academy is for. It's for the support around what comes up and also to hold you accountable for doing these things. When we delete people from our phone, something is going to shift in your life. Someone's going to try to reach you from a different outlet that you don't want to hear from anymore. That open and honest conversation you never had, now is going to be an opportunity to have it. So as that comes up, we can be like, oh, I'm not going to look at that right now, or I don't know what to do with that right now. So that is what my academy is for. It's a whole group of people doing this work together so that we come together as a whole. We support each other through this process of decluttering every area of your life, decluttering your body, paying attention to what you put in your mouth, the water you're drinking, how much sleep you're getting every night. Decluttering your home and your workspace, letting go of all the old files, cleaning up your space, cleaning house so that we have the space to welcome in what comes next. And then we look at relationships and we let go of that which no longer feels like a match. We aren't obligated to anyone or anything, and we are empowered to use that no. And your most advanced adult version of yourself that counts on you for that no, needs you to use that no for where you are going next. Your soul's got big work to do here. Big work. The more we let go of now, the more we really tune in and we say no thank you, the more we create this space for what wants to come in next. The next part of my academy is going to be about listening to that intuition and hearing the inner voice louder, which to me is my greatest superpower. I hear that all the time. How did you know to do that? Or how did you pick your date for your launch? And like, I asked my intuition and I trust her more than anything in the world. She is my greatest cheerleader. She is my greatest friend. She is my greatest confidant. I trust her implicitly and I ask on her guidance every day. And that is the next part of my academy, that I will teach you how to do that as well. And I will teach you tools to help you connect with her on a deeper level. So the academy will start on June 16th. And to kick off the academy, we have our Manifest with Ease Masterclass. This is a completely free masterclass where I will give you the overview of how to declutter every area of your life to welcome in the abundance. The masterclass starts on May 31st. And it goes to June 4th, 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. We will be meeting over Zoom, and I will put the link in the show notes below. So you can register. It's completely free. Invite your friends to check it out. And if you feel called to go deeper with us and to join the academy, that will be available for you as well. I am currently enrolling for the academy. I'm currently talking to people to make sure it's a good fit for both of us. I will ask you questions about your life, how things are going, what you're wanting to call in next for yourselves. And then we will see if it's something that feels in alignment for both of us, because it has to feel like a hell yes for both of us to move forward. So if that feels like something you'd like to learn more about, I will put a link in the show notes below as well. But what I'd like to leave you with today is really tune in. And it's okay if something that once worked for you no longer does. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to use that no. In fact, it's essential to use that no more often. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye-bye.